What is going on, battlers? Today we are going to take a look at the Flying Cup in Go Battle League, doing some practice battles here with Forsaken King. Appreciate the battles here. Here we've got a mirror match of Togekiss. I was just throwing out some random Pokemon, testing some different lines. Obviously, neither one of us threw there, so that is the play for both of us to just faint. And here I bring out my Zapdos. Zapdos does need the legacy move on it, so you do have to use an elite TM, so be aware of that. I'm for Thunder Shock on it. I do think it is necessary on it, as the other ones just underperform. And here he is using a Skarmory with Air Slash. I would recommend Steel Wing. Steel Wing definitely a better matchup against Aerodactyl. You'll see in a later battle I have in this video that my opponent brings a Skarmory with Steel Wing and just demolishes my Aerodactyl. So Aerodactyl can win this matchup if it does not have Steel Wing. So there you go. You can see we come out and we can actually get to another charge move, which is going to take the last shield, I would assume, from that Altaria. Zapdos comes back in. We're going to do another Drill Peck here, and that should be enough to finish off that Altaria. So there we go. And I think the big three, you guys are probably going to want to invest in a flying electric Pokemon. So whether that be Zapdos or Emolga, one of those you're going to definitely want as to consider at least. Both of them are kind of expensive because obviously you need an elite TM for Zapdos, and for Emolga you may not have a ton of candy for it if you haven't been walking it and stuff. So that's something to consider. Here I'm trying Gyarados. I wanted to try Waterfall just because it puts out so much damage. You can see these Icy Winds are definitely nerfing me here a little bit. But we do get off another Aqua Tail. I think Aqua Tail is going to be pretty needed if you're going to run Gyarados to get off that damage quicker. I do like Drifblim as it does give you some options. Pidgeot, probably not going to be the best for this cup, but I could see it in some Sylph Cups like Sunrise Cup. Looks like it could be interesting, especially with Gust, able to farm down with that. Remember, Gust is going to be available only for the 6 hour window of the Flying Cup, so you'll need to evolve your Pidgey during that time to Pidgeot to get Gust. So keep that in mind. It is going to be a fast move, and it will be Legacy after that. So here we go, Altaria versus Glygar. Glygar is kind of a fringe pick for me. It is definitely meta, but it's definitely on the outside looking in. That ground typing helps it against Emolga and your Zapdos, so it's something to keep in mind there. You see Aerial Ace just does not do a whole lot, but Pidgeot does have Brave Bird, and that's probably a more likely scenario there. And I think that's why Gust is going to help it. Here's another Drill Peck. Going to get that last shield, and then we're going to throw another Drill Peck back to back. Drill Pecks, and that is going to be GG's for that. We are just testing some random lines to try some stuff out. So let's go into the next one here. And we've got Aerodactyl versus Mantine. This is actually a pretty bad matchup, depending on the moveset. And that, so he's not running Bubble on it, so I actually have a pretty good situation there. We can survive that. He did build up some energy, though. So I think he had Wing Attack on it. So definitely, I would recommend Bubble on your Mantine. Bubble Beam, and then Ice Beam. So running that double beam line on Mantine is going to be pretty clutch for this. And then we got Golbat here. We're going to hit Drill Peck. Try to get a shield. Oh, he doesn't commit a shield there. And then here I'm like, I think he could shield. I probably should have just went for Drill Peck again, knowing that. I think Drill Peck might have KO'd as well, so I probably should have just went back to back Drill Peck. But but it doesn't really matter. Mantine comes in. We're going to shield up here because at this point I think I can get to a Thunderbolt and that would KO. There's the Bubble Beam. Actually, Drill Peck probably will too. And my recording failed. So anyways, we did win that one. The Drill Peck was enough, I believe. So special thanks to Rob Lobster here going up against, Shadow Zapdos. Now, so you can see we're both using Thunder Shock. Here's a Drill Peck. He didn't shield. Interesting. So that puts us, I think I'm going to shield here. Oh, he has Ancient Power. Okay. And I did consider that. I just like the coverage. I feel like Drill Peck is just a little faster. But you can see I am going to get KO'd here, I think, because he's going to reach another one. Another Ancient Power. And I think that's going to be enough, especially from Shadow Zapdos. I think it may be the better move. Aerodactyl, 1 Rock Throw, and it's done. Here's Skarmory with that Steel Wing. You can see how much damage that is doing to me right there. We are going to throw to get that last shield. So Rock Slide, and then we're going to switch into Altaria. I would not run. This team does have a problem with Skarmory, so I probably wouldn't run it the way I did, where I should have led Zapdos and then had these two in the back, because that does cause a problem if they have a Skarmory in the back. So that's one thing to note there. We do get rid of that Aerodactyl, but Skarmory is still there, and that's going to be a problem. We're going to, I think this Sky Attack's going to take me out. Yeah. And so our Aerodactyl comes in. You can see, very close, but we didn't quite get it. GG's there to Rob Lobster for that one match, just a random one, just trying to get some practice in here. We're going up against Gurang from let's see, from I think he's from the Go Battle Go Stadium server here. This battle, and you can see once again that Steel Wing just annihilating my Aerodactyl. Did have to get out of there with that Mantine. So we're going to bring it back in now. I'm going to let this go through. It's a Brave Bird though. Oof, that did a lot. It did drop his defense. So I'm not going to hit any here, because I'm going to try to farm up a little bit more. Didn't quite do that right. So that's a problem, but we do get some extra energy. Embolga comes in. We're going to hit this Bubble Beam. I probably should have hit a few more bubbles on that Bubble Beam against Skarmory, so I didn't get thrown against and didn't have to spin the shield. Discharge here. You could also discharge Thunderbolt or discharge Aerial Ace. I'm not sure Aerial Ace is the best. It does give you a little bit more coverage against like Glygar and that. Because actually Zapdos, the reason I'm using it is because I have it, and I have it's decent enough. And then, but I can win that Glygar matchup with Zapdos using Drill Peck, and so that gives me just a little bit more coverage. And here we're gonna, that was a good sack swap. I mean, it wouldn't have mattered one way or the other really, but GG's. I mean, I might have been able to get the last shield. Yeah, there wasn't a chance I was going to win that one. And GG's, though. So going up here, we get a good lead here. Let's see what she switches into. It is... I stayed in way too long. Yeah, they have a ton of energy now. So I'm going to block here. I don't know if that was enough. Yeah, there's the Dragon Pulse. Oof. So good thing I used a shield. We're going to go for our own, build up enough energy for the Dragon Pulse, but I'm just going to do a Sky Attack, try to get that shield. Here, do I just let mine go? No, I actually shield the Sky Attack, because I think I can farm it down. Yeah, and then I can just throw right away into the Skarmory. And I have, it looks like I'm carrying Gyarados in the back still. It has an okay matchup against Skarmory. The waterfall damage can add up fairly quickly. Let's see, they switch into Emolga. This discharge is going to do a ton. Double weak to fire or electric, and does not have much bulk in Great League, so Gyarados is going to go down. I think Gyarados is probably on the outside looking in as well in this meta. It has some niche matchups, but honestly, I think Mantine overall, because it has Ice Beam, is going to be a better pick than Gyarados. Just in that respect. Bubble's a pretty good move, and then you've got Bubble Beam that's going to get that debuff against your opponent, and then you've got Ice Beam for like your Altaria, or if they're, you know, since there's a lot of flyers, obviously that's going to be your main thing here. So here we go again. You can see that Steel Wing, guys. Steel Wing Skarmory is the way to go for Flying Cup. I hadn't TM'd mine because I'm actually using it on my team. You'll see that video probably tomorrow. Our run with the team with Skarmory on it. And so I'm going to TM it probably today, right before the Flying Cup, to Steel Wing, and I probably will be using Skarmory. It gives a lot of flexibility. It takes out quite a bit of the meta, and gives you that protection against Aerodactyl. So definitely look forward to using that in this cup. You could also run Flash Cannon. I'm not sure if Flash Cannon's better, though, than Brave Bird. I haven't looked in depth on that. I may leave Brave Bird on there. I feel like that gives you a lot of damage really fast. It also, sometimes I like using it, even if it, to get the debuff on myself, so I can get, if I'm stuck in a situation, I can get out of there a little faster, and they don't get as much energy if it's a farming matchup. Hopefully, guys, I'm hoping Niantic can fix the lag issues that we've been seeing the last couple of days, but I don't know if it's going to happen before the Flying Cup, because literally in some parts of the world, it's going to start very soon. So hopefully we can get that, and Discharge is going to do enough probably here to KO. So that's GG's. I want to thank my opponents for the battles. I do appreciate it. I also want to thank my Patreon supporters. If you guys would, check out the link in the description down below. If you haven't already, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. It does help me a lot, and I appreciate everybody doing that. As always, keep on battling.